But first and foremost, I gotta hit everybody with a big ol' good freaking morning! Welcome back and happy Money Monday, ladies and gentlemen. What's up and what's going on? We got a full house today because the market is dumping. Everybody's got to show up. Where's the opportunity? Got to make the monies. I love it. We got a full house. But good morning, everybody. What's up? Happy Money Monday. And then if you are in the Zoom and you're feeling up to it, feel free to open the mic and hit me with a big ol' good morning as well, if you feel up to it. Completely up to you guys.
Good morning.
I know it's coming. There it is. Good morning. Who do we got inside of chat right now? Zach and Logan and Joey Felicia. Welcome back. Hopefully you had an awesome vacation. Good to see you. Happy to have you here. Zach, Spencer, Derek, Patrick Stir, Catherine, OG, everybody else inside of chat. Again, good morning. Happy Money Monday. We got a lot to discuss today, guys, so we're just going to dive right into it. get you guys prepared for the day, really discuss the top opportunities that we have, and then really spend a lot of time maybe answering your guys' questions about the market. Why is the market down? How should we get positioned? What are we looking to do in this type of market? Because again, some of you guys, this may be the first time you've been in this type of market where we're seeing some major declines and potentially starting to hit some areas where we see the entire market get halted. So again, it's a different type of market. I'm sure some of you guys have some questions, and we'll definitely have some time to get those answered for you guys as well. And then definitely review your stocks that you're looking at and see what we have coming on up, right? So let's just dive right into it, guys. Discuss what we got going on today on the economic calendar. There's two pieces of data being released, one at 9:45 and one at 10 o'clock. We'll take a look at the SPY and the Qs, break those down, and then we'll have a lot of time to, again, dive into your stocks, answer any questions that you guys have to really make sure that everybody's dialed in, focused, and just prepared for today's trading session. All right, so again, today on the economic calendar at 9:45, we have S&P Global Composite PMI data set to be released. And then we have ISM Services PMI set to be released at 10 o'clock. So we got a lot of data dropping here right at market open, 9:45 and 10 o'clock. Other than that, we're pretty much in the clear for the rest of today, guys. Okay, so let's go right to the SPY, right to the daily. And let's just go ahead and identify a few key areas that we should be paying attention to and watching for today. All right, so number one, I want you guys to mark up this daily gap that was created from May 2nd into May 3rd, right? So the lower end of this daily gap puts you at 505.86. Top end of this daily gap puts you at 508.56. Then we're really just looking left, trying to get an idea of where do we have some overhead areas of potential resistance, right? Because we know that we're sitting right at the top end of that daily gap. So the next question is, okay, if we, for example, say fill this gap and we hold it and we move up today, where are going to be some key overhead areas of resistance? Okay, so the first main level that I see that really stands out is going to be up between 518.10 to 518.63. All right, then the next key level that I see here on the SPY will be up between 523.86 to 524.73. Those are the main two key levels, the most significant levels that I see that I want to pay attention to today. Again, number one is that zone between 518.10 to 518.63. And then number two, that zone up between 523.86 to 524.73. And then lastly, that candle from May 2nd, mark that entire candle up from its low to its high, and that is going to be a daily demand zone here on the SPY. That puts you down between, the lowest is like 499.63, and the top end of that zone is 505.83. So you want to keep that area on watch as well. It is a daily demand zone. And then not to mention, it puts you right at the 200 SMA as well. So for example, if we come all the way down to the very bottom of that demand zone, you're going to be sitting right at the 200 SMA as well. And that is the strongest moving average that we utilize as far as support resistance goes. So there's going to be a lot of support down here. We can expect there to be substantially more buyers than sellers present down here at these lower levels, and that could provide us with some nice long opportunity today. But tread lightly, right? We have a major sell-off happening right now at this point in time, and we can continue to drop lower and see the market continue to fade and fall. We may not bounce. We may not hold on up. We could still see the SPY get below $500. So tread lightly. Make sure that the setups today are absolutely A+. Make sure you're assessing your risk properly. Okay, one thing I want to talk about is the VIX. The VIX, for the first time in a long time, is back above 50. We're currently, sitting at 62 on the VIX. So one thing you're going to notice with your premiums today is the premiums are going to be very expensive. The spreads may be a little bit larger than what you're used to, and they're going to move very, very quickly today as well. So if you're going to do any kind of like risk assessment, hey, risk assessment, red, right? This kind of market, there's extra risk. There's more volatility. And so with that being said, you may want to really consider cutting your risk down today, cutting your position size down today. Again, you're going to notice the premiums are going to be very expensive today. Okay. And again, the spreads could be pretty large as well. And those options will move. Okay, so again, just be super mindful about that today, guys. Okay, so you guys are good with the SPY, right? We got our main areas really just identified. I'm not going to build any what if plans today because what I want to do is wait for the market to open, really get through some of this initial data, 9:45 and 10 o'clock, really get an idea of how the market's moving, right? And then go from there and see if there's any good opportunities presenting itself. So I don't want to build any what if plans. I really want to see what the market's going to do at the open and get through some of this data and just take it very, very patiently today. But those are all of the main areas that I would go ahead and start the day with here on the SPY. All right, let's go ahead and do the same thing here with QQQ. So here with the Qs, go find that May 2nd candle and mark up the entire candle. That is going to be a daily demand zone between 420.58 to like 427.95. But then right above that, we do have this daily gap, right? So again, the lower end of this daily gap is at 427.95, and the top end of this daily gap is at 432.58. Okay, and we can also see that right in the middle of that daily gap is where your 200 SMA is. So there's going to be a lot of, again, some support down here. You got the 200 SMA, you got the bottom end of the gap, and we can see that the Qs right now have completely come into that daily demand zone, and we're starting to see a push on back up. Okay, we'll talk about what the Qs could do if we fall below that 420 level. How much lower we could go. But these are the first two main areas that I want to keep on watch at the start of the day. And as far as any like overhead resistance goes, again, I really want to find the most key, the most significant areas. Now, I can find probably 5 zones through this region if I wanted to, but there's one area that really stands out to me, and it's going to be the most significant area for today. It's going to be this zone right here between 443.03 to 444.05. Okay, so you got that zone of resistance marked up between 443.03 to 444.50. I think I said 05, it's 50. And then you got this daily gap down here between 427.95 up to 432.58. And again, you have this daily demand zone here between like 420.58 to 427.95. And then the next area that I'm marking up, I know there's probably another one right through this region here, and I'll let Stir hit on that. But the next area that I'm going to mark up is this next daily demand zone down here between 403.09 to 407.82. That's the next area that clearly stands out to me, and that would be the next key area that I'm focused on for today here on the Qs. And again, not going to really build any kind of like what if plans. I want to see the market open at 9:30, see what happens at the open, let those options kind of settle a little bit, get an idea of, is there a large spread? What are the premiums looking like? How quickly are they moving? How volatile is the market? I get through some of this data, again, at 9:45 and 10 o'clock, and then really go from there and find some A-plus trades that we can capitalize on and just absolutely crush the day, being that there's going to be some opportunity in this market, okay? And so really my focus is the SPY and the Qs. Now, there's a lot of other stocks that we can discuss. There's a lot of other opportunities coming down into some like really key lower levels, and some stocks that I want to start dollar cost averaging into as well. But we can definitely discuss that at like 11 o'clock, 11:30 today as far as what's on my shopping list. What are some stocks that are coming down to some key lower levels? What do I want to do? Do I just want to start dollar cost averaging in? Do I want to start selling some cash cured puts down at these lower levels? Kinda, yeah, absolutely. When you got the VIX at a 60, we know that those premiums are going to be expensive. They're going to be juiced up. And so this is an ideal environment, in my opinion, to be an option seller, especially if you have some of these great stocks and great companies coming down to some key lower levels. You can definitely, instead of just waiting to start dollar cost averaging in with shares, you could start to sell some cash cured puts. Hopefully you get assigned. If not, you're at least getting that really juicy premium in the form of a credit. So again, in this type of market, I'm more inclined to be an option seller to, again, capitalize on these, higher premiums today. And so we'll definitely discuss that after market open. Where is my head at? What am I looking to do? What's on my shopping list? What are going to be some of these cash puts that I'm looking to be selling, throughout this week while the VIX is elevated and high. And again, just completely run that by you guys. And again, answer any questions you guys have about that. All right. But I'm going to leave it with the SPY and the Qs. I'm going to leave it at that because I'm sure there's other stocks that you guys are looking at. I'm sure there's other stocks that you guys want to bring up, analyze, review. So let's make sure that we utilize the next 17 minutes wisely. We have a good conversation, talk about what's going on, answer your guys' questions, and really make sure that everybody is 110% dialed in and focused and prepared for the day. Okay.
And while we get those stickers from everybody, you're gonna figure out why you're doing the old kung fu movie thing because nothing's lining up with your words and the lips. I think it's because you got the Zoom camera
Oh,
on, but
is it
they're
kung
saying
fu
so in
today?
chat too. So we gotta fix that
It's
issue.
kung fu.
It's a little kung fu-y.
Oh, as far as
I
like
like that.
the lips not matching
Yes,
the
sir.
audio, I can just unplug my mic and plug it back in. Give me a sec, guys. But while we do that, go ahead and type up any questions you guys have. If you guys inside of the Zoom have anything else you want to add to what we just discussed, what are you doing today? How are you looking to get positioned? Where's your head at? Go ahead and just, open the mic and jam.
One other thing I'd like to add to today in your trading, especially options. I know I like to put in market orders because we don't see much movement. You go to put in a market order today with this type of movement and the fast action, you may suddenly get a really awful fill. So you may want to take into consideration putting limit orders as opposed to market orders.
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, I'm just looking to dollar cost average into some potential longer term portfolios, sit back, manage some, longer term swings. But otherwise, I'm pretty much hands off today. I've already closed out futures. I want to see how everything reacts and just really sit back and learn from this.
So, what is on Stir's little shopping list? Do you have any top 3 or 5 stocks that you're really looking at to start dollar cost averaging into?
Yes, but I'll share those once TikTok's gone.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and I'll do the same thing because here's everything in green. This is kind of like my initial shopping list of things that I'm looking for to start possibly dollar cost averaging into. I'd probably remove Shop. Shop's more of just a little gap fill trade.
I
That
have
we may
one,
have, but
two. I have 3 of your top 5.
yeah, I would assume that the first 3 you see are probably the ones that you have as well.
No,
Oh no,
I don't have number 2.
Oh,
I got
CR
number 5.
okay,
Oh
the
yes,
last one
100%.
then. Gotcha.
And that I'm watching today and into next week. I really think we have some serious potential with crowd.
Down in like the mid,
Don't tell TikTok. We gonna keep that for the community. But
we no say nothing.
otherwise, I'm looking at Disney. We got earnings coming up on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I typed up a whole bunch of tickers. I already forgot what I typed up.
Yeah, and if you guys are like new to the community and you're like, okay, well, I mean, there's a lot that's been going on inside of the chats today. You can go up here to the username or ticker search, and if you're looking for anything that Stir posted, just literally type in STIR, and that's going to filter every single message that he sent this morning, and then you can just scroll up and see all of the analysis and everything that he shared this morning, just based on typing in his username to filter out his messages only, and then just go ahead and delete that, and then you're all good.
Because I posted Disney, Nvidia, SPY, Qs, Coin, Crowd, Amazon, Tesla, GameStop, just because I like to watch it fall.
You were jamming this morning.
So there's definitely a lot.
You were jamming this morning, man.
I woke up early. I couldn't sleep. There's a big storm coming in.
Yeah. I actually slept in because
his spidey senses felt this market dump overnight.
Right?
So, questions you guys have about this market, expectations that we need to set. Tom definitely mentioned one very important thing. In this kind of market, you're better off looking to try and get in and out with limit orders versus market orders, being that the market is going to be moving. These options will be moving quickly. The spreads could be a little bit larger depending on what you're looking at trading as well. So again, in this kind of market, tread lightly with market orders. Definitely look for limit orders and things of that nature if you're looking to open positions.
Today, honestly, for those with if you considered a small account trader, today is probably honestly a day to paper trade. Like the option, like contracts are going to be even zero DTEs. If you go $10 out of the money, you're going to be spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get a contract.
Yes.
And then you're going to get $1, $2 kill candle the wrong way and destroy you. Today's going to be a nasty day. Yeah. If you're a $500 account, $1,000 account, even a $5,000 account, it's going to be hard. My options broker is closed. I'm not even opening it today. It's going to be dumb.
Great
minds. So for anybody, and I want to add to that, so anybody that's just now making that transition from paper account to live account, and a lot of you guys are through that transitional period, definitely today's the day to be in the paper account, like Corey said. Do not trade the live capital. This is a different type of market than you've experienced so far. So this is a day to watch the market, learn from the market, and participate in that paper account and take a step back from your live accounts today, guys.
And I got to address this comment, chat. Obed said, I know it's a free account too, but he said, and then there's probably a lot of people that swung positions overnight and so on. I have one SPY contract, puts tomorrow expiration. I'd only paid $71. Should I close as soon as market opens or wait? If you don't have a trade plan, you shouldn't be trading a live account. Let's just start there. That being said, you're going to open up way beyond your expectations for that trade. Why would you hope for more? Find another opportunity to do it again. I'm not trying to tell you what to do with your position, but if you don't have a target stop and a target exit when you enter a position, you are not ready for a live account.
If I had puts, I would be waiting about 30 to 60 seconds after the open for the spreads to try to tighten a little bit and then get the hell out of it. Because you're gonna, it should be deep in the money. The spreads are going to be a little wide anyway, but yeah, that's a take profit and go enjoy your day.
Absolutely. That 71
anybody
bucks
with that
turn
mentality,
into probably $1,000, man.
Anybody with that mentality, what's going to happen next? You're not ready for a live account. What should I do? If you have to ask somebody else, you're not ready for a live account. I say that with all love and respect because I made those mistakes and you build a lot of bad habits doing that. You can't rely on somebody else. You don't know what the time duration is, how they're viewing it, what type of trader they are. There's a million different ways to be profitable. If you can get in and get out, get your profit, do it again.
Another thing too for sizing down, I know a lot of people are trading futures with prop firms. Some of the prop firms I've seen have rules about when you can trade if the market is making a massive move. Like I saw somewhere on, I think it was Twitter, where like Top Step is telling people don't trade NASDAQ if it's below a certain level because it's risking getting into like CME circuit breaker distances or whatever. So be aware of what rules you have. And then today might be a good day for the micros. NQ, I'm watching it, just made a little pullback and bounced, and the little pullback bounce was 125 points.
Yeah,
so like on a 5-minute candle. Like,
yeah,
micros are going to be the way today. Just to
sure.
be safe,
so everybody just heard from Corey, from Josh, from Tom, and for myself. I'm echoing everything they said. It's going to be volatile. Do not market order in and out. Limit if you are going to. If you're new to a live account, go back to paper trading. Really see how it's going to play out. There's no reason to risk hard-earned money.
Trading futures, go down to gamble, the micros. Yeah.
Exactly. Scale back. The name of the game is risk management.
Capital preservation. Risk management.
If you're under the age of 55, don't look at your 401k today. just don't. No. Just don't. It'll come back. It's fine. Just don't.
I have a question, guys.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Yes, sir.
I know you had the Josh, I believe you have the gap on SPY at 508.56 and 505.86.
That's it. Yep.
Okay. Would you not consider a gap on 513.30 and 512.55?
Let's go look. There's a micro gap. There's a wee little gap right there. There's a wee little gap right there. Yes. Is that the gap you're talking about?
Let me check what date was that.
Yeah, it's like 5/12
May
54 to 5/13/33 May 6th, May 3rd to May 6th. 3rd. Yep.
Yes, sir.
There's a wee little gap right there. Yeah, and you can see decent, price action around it. Like when you fell below it, you came up and retested it. You dropped, so we see it was respected as resistance. You just broke through it. Now you're actually seeing it wick through or off that, holding it as support. So that's definitely an area that you can have marked up on your chart, simply due to the fact that we are respecting that zone here in pre-market. So yeah, I would throw that up there between 512.54 to 513.33. And then the other thing I would do as well is I would throw a downtrend off those pre-market highs. Like you have a proper downtrend across these highs on the SPY, and you see the same exact thing on the Qs. You do have a valid downtrend across these lower highs. That'd be the last thing I do here, is throw a downtrend on the SPY and the Qs as well.
I'll try it out, but like I said, like teaching us paper trade.
Yeah, if you've never been in
Paper
this kind
trade.
of market where you see this big of a gap down and this much selling pressure in the VIX above a 50 or a 60, knowing that, hey, these premiums are going to be expensive, the spreads will probably be large. Again, if you get caught on the wrong side of the trade and it goes against you by a couple of points, and that could happen in a second, those really start to drop hard and heavy. You could be down 50%. Again, just that type of market that we know we're going to step into today. If you've never experienced this market, if you've never traded this market, I would highly recommend you stay out of it and just learn from it. And you can learn from this market and participate in that paper account versus getting to a trade, something happening, God forbid, and now you wipe out your entire account in one day, knowing that today's a day to learn. Today's a day to manage your risk and preserve your capital. Cash is a position. The market will be here tomorrow. The market will be here the rest of this week. And I guarantee we see phenomenal opportunity this week in the market.
Oh yeah, no. If you are talking about it,
And that's everybody.
it's not noise.
Yeah. It's
I
not
don't know
just
what
Josh
is
saying
it.
this. It's the consensus. Yeah, man.
But if everybody's
Tread
talking about it,
lightly.
there's a reason.
I know it's tempting. I'm sure someone here is tempted. Someone's got the urge. And I guarantee someone right now is thinking like, man, this could be a day where I make a lot of money. If you right now are like, man, today's a day that I can make a lot of money, you should probably shut down and walk away for the day. I would really recommend you shut everything down and don't trade, period. If your sole focus is, man, I think I can make a lot of money today. That's just going to get you destroyed, in my opinion, in this kind of market. But you guys are good. We got a great team here, right? We all come together, make sure we're all good on the same page, and that we're
What'd
all
you
going to
do,
be here
Kevin?
for, today. We're here to be successful.
Why is Kevin doing the face palm?
What's Kevin doing?
Kevin did the face palm.
The-
What'd you do?
The-
Open the mic and talk to us.
So how long will it take to get hedge pressures today?
I didn't do anything.
It'll take, we probably won't
I
even
heard
get
what
them
Josh
today.
was saying.
Oh, thought you made a boo boo. We'll get hedge pressures, the same way dial-up works.
Yeah, we'll get
Yes.
hedge pressures probably at 4 o'clock p.m. today. With this big of a gap down, it's going to take a while to get hedge pressures.
What happens when data comes out and it's, probably 1 or 2 point moves?
Right, yeah, it's like
I'm gonna say
today's gonna
there
be a
is
very
no hedge
interesting
pressure.
day.
The hedges got wrecked. We're just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
For sure.
The pressure was Friday.
When we're knifing through support levels, yeah.
The spies
You
in
just
meme
dropped
now.
$2 in the last 2 minutes.
I got my Disney position open, waiting to close that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at some Nvidia CSPs at open and see what those premiums are looking like down around like $85. I'm sure the premiums are gonna be nice and juicy, so I'm definitely gonna look to sell some cash card puts for Nvidia at least, down at like that 85 region. Like Catherine said, yellow account and CSPs. I agree. That's kind of where my head is too.
It is today we see the SPY get halted. Is today the day?
I hope
mean,
so.
the Nasdaq, man, we're down about 5%. I think.
I
when
mean,
did
we're
the math
getting
here,
there.
I think
Qs
the-
have a better chance.
I
to
think
hit
when I
it.
did the math, the Qs have to be at 417 before it hits that 7% threshold. So 417 would be that 7% decline from Friday's
that's-
close.
That's within reach for sure.
Oh, hell yeah, it is.
Holy
We
shit,
almost got
that's well
right
within
there
reach.
in pre-market, yeah.
Halted and circuit breaker are different.
Circuit
Thanks,
breaker
Kurt.
halt. Yeah, so a
Correct.
circuit breaker halt. There's different types of
Okay.
halts, but the main halt is due to volatility, and that's going to be a circuit breaker halt due to volatility.
Right.
Okay. And that puts it out for how long?
So if we hit that 7%, it's going to be a market-wide halt for 15 minutes. Then if we hit another, 7%, so a total of 14%, there's another halt at that point in time. Then if we hit another third halt, which is that 20% threshold, they're going to pause trading for the rest of the day.
Wow.
So we would
Very
have to
nice.
hit 20% in a single session to see that, halt for the rest of the day. That only happened one time back in 2020.
I remember that. I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea who to ask. I was very confused. I was losing money.
So
Yeah,
the
that's the
market
other
will be
thing
open
to
in
look
2
at.
minutes, guys.
Yeah, look at if we're close to some of these circuit breakers. where your positions may be. It's almost like news because when it opens back up again, you never know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
So you don't want to be in a trade for a hold.
No. No. Absolutely not.
Yeah,
And we're so
obviously.
close. Like the Qs are so close to that threshold that really makes me become hands off to not take any trades.
I want to see Steve Carby, the Halt King, rock the Qs on a halt.
To the downside for
Let's
another
do it.
7%.
That would be sick.
I go by TikTok.
Yeah,
I
but
can't
yeah,
watch
for
it
the
chat.
simple fact that we're so close to that potential 7% decline on the Qs and that could hit in literally 1 minute. Like one candle, we could drop down to that level and get halted. I don't want to take any trades while we're near 420 on the Qs, period.
Yeah, because there may be swing trades for options for Friday that you can't unload until the market opens, and that can change a lot of things.
Yes. Market will be open in
This-
5.
We might be able to call this a margin call Monday too.
2,
Yeah,
1.
you're just kidding.
Look out.
All right, we are live, baby. Market is live. Qs are down 5.5%. SPY's down 4% right now. Look at GameStop.
I'm just
19
waiting on the
minutes.
premium to load for Disney. This is the one thing I hate about Disney. It doesn't load immediately. It still says it's yesterday's premium right now.
All right. So I'm curious. Let's go look at some 0 DTE SPY premiums and see what those things are at.
They are expensive.
How much are they?
I am looking at, I mean, just a 505 put is like 338.
A 505?
Yeah.
Like
With a
$4?
34.
506 isn't unrealistic.
No, it's not.
Just the at the money calls are at 618.
That's insane for a 0 DTE.
It's unreal.
That's
Wow.
insane. NVIDIA's premiums look decent for a short-term CSP for Friday's expiration at 85. Get a quick little 350 out of it.
Even looking at the 500 puts on the SPY with a SPY of 511.5 or 260.
Aren't we just at 560? One, 2, 3 days ago.
Yeah, this happened fast. I mean, heck, Japan's down what 20% in a matter of days.
Is Disney halted? Everything's just frozen on my Disney chart.
Disney?
Yeah, can you tell me what the 85 strike is for August
It is?
16th so I
Yeah.
can just...
I absolutely
Frozen.
can. Disney.
I'm frozen on my side.
Yeah, it's just frozen for the first 2 minutes of every trading day with Disney. It's the one
Mine
thing I
are
really
live.
hate.
Now
What's
it's
your
moved.
expiration? August
There it goes.
16th?
Okay, no, we're at a $2 spread. Hold on.
Jeez.
Let me see if I can sell this for 5.
Yeah, spreads are
Ew.
wild.
Yeah, it's 285 to 440 right now.
That's what it's on mine as well. Which, you know, for 70 cents on Thursday to, you know, a $3, $4 contract, I'm gonna sell this at 4. Just leave that there. See if we shake up a little bit. Because I still got 2 weeks on this. I'm expecting a little more downside. All right, that limits at 4. Not a bad trade at all. But yeah, even the volatility on this, the implied volatility is now 72% on this contract. When we got in this, it was, you know, 30% on Thursday. More than doubled. And that's high for Disney. Even for earnings, they get, you know, 100, 200%, but that's earnings. Typically Disney's
Yeah.
at, you know, 20, 25, 30%.
Logan, it pays to be patient. Spell patience with a capital P-A-Y, baby. It pays. Be patient.
I got my fill.
Did you?
Yes, sir.
At what? 4?
4.
That four?
I only limit order in and out. I'm not marketing order, period. But with a spread that wide, I'm damn sure not marketing order in and out.
You will get a
Yeah.
god awful fill if you do that.
Yeah, it would have filled me at $1 if I did that. I just would have been the one jerk that got filled, you know. Spread would have been 2 and 4 or 2 and 5, and it would have filled me at $1.50 for marketing in and out of that.
Beautiful trade, my friend.
I appreciate
Indeed
you.
it
From
was.
70 cents to $4 in 3 trading days. That's not bad at all. I wish I had a full position. Not gonna lie, I only got my 5 filled.
Yeah, with
Teamwork
you.
makes the dream work, baby.
But hey, I made good money on it. I'm not complaining. I'm gonna put that
Oh,
money
yeah.
to work somewhere in here at some point.
Yeah. Same.
Oh yeah. No, we're gonna see some opportunities this week for sure, especially with all of this.
There's definitely a lot of great discounts out there. Fire sale, baby.
I'd like to see this flush down and then start seeing the buyer stepping back in.
Scott gave us hedge pressures.
What?
We
Mine are
got
still not loaded.
SPY weekly 507.50,
507.50.
and we got SPY monthly at 520.
So 507.50 weekly.
Yes,
and then
sir.
where was
And then
monthly again? 520.
520.
Okay.
And then he's got Qs up 412.50 and 445. That's such a spread. Wow.
412.50 for a weekly.
412.50 is weekly,
Jeez.
and 445 is monthly.
Yeah, that's huge.
I'm not surprised though, with this volatility, you could turn around and touch both in a matter of a day and a half, if not maybe in one day.
In the matter of
They're
5
going
minutes, you
to.
could probably touch them both.
They're going to push the price right up and then slam it down again to avoid the halt. All the stories coming out today. Market's going to open lower, heading lower, heading lower. What's today going to do? Probably have a nice little bounce up. I mean, wait
I
for
would have to
confirmation,
say.
obviously, if you are trading, but
There's a prognostication. No kidding, it's going to open red. There was no doubt.
Yeah, I'm
They just like
inclined
to
to agree with you,
complicate.
man. I think we can see a nice little pop today.
It definitely didn't get the move I anticipated on the open. I thought there might be an additional sell down, and we're not seeing it right now.
well, you got to figure there's a lot of smaller hedge funds that had limit orders that are getting filled.